So if you remember back in 2018, well, yeah, 2018, or maybe early 2019, I did this thing called the Potato Podcast. And, so that's why this is called Potato Podcast, Episode 1, Season 3. I never made any more episodes in Season 2, but hey, I'll just call this Season 3. So if you want to see those, you can scroll all the way back. Like, those are old videos. But, they're pretty fun. But, because of the virus that shall not be named, I'm not doing it with friends this time, and I think that's okay. So, welcome to the podcast. I'm Robert, the creator of the channel, I guess, and, I guess I'm gonna talk about some things. Let's see. I recently watched this, anime called Weathering With You, and I've gotta say, it's a pretty good anime movie. It was directed by, Makoto Shinkai. If you haven't heard of him, he's also, created a bunch of different, anime movies. Some pretty good ones. Your Name, pretty famous because it's like the highest grossing anime film of all time. It even like tops Spirited Away, and I have to say that's pretty awesome because Studio Ghibli is just known for being like the best of the best when it comes to anime movies. So it's pretty cool to see that someone has even topped them. But anyways, yeah. But Your Name, The Garden of Words, that's on Netflix, and it's a pretty good movie, not gonna lie. I won't get too much into it in case you do want to watch it. And 5 centimeters a second. I can't like say that I'm super confident about that one, but I've heard it's like super good and also really sad. But I personally want to watch it as well. Anyways, I'm not really good in segueing, so yeah. Other animes I can recommend. If you're a beginner and like want to start getting into anime, I would recommend SAO. I know it's not like a good like anime like overall to most hardcore anime fans, but like as someone that starts watching anime, yeah, I definitely suggest watching SAO. But another good one is Konosuba. It's an isekai anime. If you don't know what an isekai anime is, it's basically a character dies or reincarnates or gets sent to another world, and it's usually a fantasy world. Anyways, Konosuba is like an isekai anime, but they're like making fun of it. So it's kind of like an abridged anime because it just has that feel to it. And yeah, I can highly recommend that one because it's like one of my favorite animes of all time. And yeah. Let's see. I wouldn't say My Hero's like a good shonen anime, but if you are a beginner, I do suggest it because My Hero Academia just has that, I don't know, the similar beats, story beats that are usually found in other shonen anime, and yeah, it's pretty good. So as of recording this, I'm like 2 days away from the release of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've got to say, yeah, it looks pretty nice. I'm not an Animal Crossing fan myself, but you know, I'm happy for the Animal Crossing community because it's been like what, 4-6 years since like the newest Animal Crossing game. Like, I mean, you got Amiibo Festival, but that's just straight up garbage, and, yeah. So, what I've been doing on the channel recently, if you've seen any of my recent videos, you know that I've been making like weird comedy stuff with my friends. So that's gonna take a pause for a while because the virus that shall not be named, and because school's canceled, so I can't really do anything. So that's why I'm kind of making this podcast, because I don't really have any other content to make. I mean, yeah, I'd love to make like guitar covers while I'm bored. Oh yeah, actually, I do want to make a sort of weekly thing that's just me talking about like animes and stuff, and that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, like, the thing about this podcast is I don't really have any like direction I'm trying to go towards, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I mean, I'd love to be funny, but I'm not a comedian personally, so it's whatever. Anyways, I'm actually really excited about this new Zelda game. I know that the trailer was released like literally over half a year ago at the last Nintendo Direct. It was revealed, and but I'm still kind of excited to like see a new trailer, get a release date for it, and stuff. But I'm really hoping that it's not just called like Breath of the Wild 2 or like something dumb like that. I think like, I don't know, because if you see the trailer, it shows at the very end, it shows like Hyrule Castle kind of like shaking and probably like rising up. And that's the thing. If you remember all the way back in Skyward Sword at the end of that game, I mean, if you've played Skyward Sword, I haven't, but I know the ending. Anyways, spoilers. If you've played Skyward Sword, at the very end, well, near the end, Link collects all the all three Triforce pieces, I guess, and he essentially brings down Skyloft down to Earth and basically crushes the imprisoned Demise. And I'm guessing that area is actually where they build Hyrule Castle. I don't know if that's accurate, because I'm not like, I think Zelda's great, but like, I'm not hardcore Zelda fan. Personally, I'm more of a Mario guy myself, and I'm probably gonna get like slandered for that. But anyways, I think that's where Hyrule Castle ends up, I'm guessing. So, what if, like, that's basically Hyrule Castle getting lifted up, and that's sort of like, I don't know, it's sort of like Skyloft again. We're basically going back full circle, because technically, if you look at the timeline, Skyward Sword is basically the first Zelda game in the timeline. So probably this sequel to Breath of the Wild is gonna be like a full circle that sort of brings everything to a sort of knot when it comes to Demise, because I really want to see like a new like villain, sort of similar to like a Vati, the Wind Sorcerer in a way, but like I sort of understand why they keep bringing back Ganon. Like he's concrete to the whole Zelda vibe. He's been there since the first one, but it would be cool to see a new villain. So yeah. On the Zelda topic, actually, I really wonder if what story they're gonna try and go for this next game, because like, I kind of like, because the Breath of the Wild incarnation of Zelda and Link, they sort of have a more like, closer bond than other incarnations, because through the cutscenes you really get to see how they interact and how they become closer, and I find that really cool. And yeah, but anyways, I digress. I think the most romantic story between Zelda and Link incarnation we ever got was probably in Skyward Sword, but don't quote me on that. I just sort of got that vibe. But anyways, on the topic of Nintendo, I'm really excited to see like if they're planning on making a sequel to Odyssey or like a successor to Odyssey, because after playing that 3D Mario Odyssey, yeah, it's a really great 3D Mario game, but I want to see what's the next step for Nintendo, what they're gonna do with what they have established in Odyssey. And honestly, I'd kind of be excited for like not like a remake of Galaxy or a port of Galaxy. I would like to see sort of like a sequel to Super Mario Galaxy, but like with the mechanics of like Super Mario Odyssey, if you know what I mean. Like, I could sort of see the story going like, Rosalina's ship crashed onto the Earth, and since this is like after Odyssey, and at like the not post game, but like before the post game and during the fight with before the fight with Bowser on the moon, you basically complete the Odyssey, and now it's like this entire balloon thing. And because you can sort of like fly up into space now, I'm sort of imagining like, I don't know, you can now travel to different planets or something. I'm sort of getting that vibe, and it would be really cool to see them like use that sort of completed Odyssey thing, and Mario and Cappy just traveling to the through the stars, and collecting power stars in order to repower Rosalina's ship, and then maybe along the way they encounter like a new bad guy. So sort of like how so it's not like Bowser's the bad guy in this game. It's something new, or maybe there doesn't have to be a main bad guy at all. What if it's just Mario and Cappy just having a grand old adventure? And yeah, maybe I'd like to see the spin mechanic come back, but like, because Mario now has the ability to capture his enemies, I would really like to see how they utilize that in a sort of Mario Galaxy sort of remake or sequel, but utilizing Odyssey's mechanics, because I would find that really cool. Moving on. Pokemon. I personally haven't played Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I've heard it's kind of disappointing, like story-wise, and the fact that the National Dex is no longer a thing in Pokemon Sword and Shield. But the DLC is coming out with like more of the Pokemon that were cut, but I kind of find that kind of harsh, because like you have to like pay in order to catch the Pokemon. Like, I mean, you can like, sorry, I had a little interruption there. As I was saying, Pokemon, I think. It's kind of, yeah, I understand why they're sort of doing the DLC thing. It's better than like creating a third game that just adds a little bit of stuff to the story, and I guess, but like, I kind of find the way they're doing this free update where you can now trade in order to get those 200 Pokemon that you're now missing from the Pokédex. I kind of find that unreasonable. Like, just give them a free update that allows them to catch those Pokemon, and like, and lock the DLC stuff, and then lock the DLC stuff behind that paywall, where like the Isle of Armor, I think, and like the other one, what's the other? The other one doesn't matter, I guess. But I kind of find that unreasonable. Anyways, oh, Minecraft. Really excited for the Minecraft 1.16 update, also known as the Nether update. Still kind of disappointed that there hasn't been a cave update yet. But crossing fingers, 1.17, hopefully there's a cave update. But anyways, I'm really interested to see what, how this is gonna now, how this Nether update will change the way people play Minecraft, I guess. Like, so the really cool, things that the things that I found were really cool were probably, like, the blue fire, I guess. Because that sort of reminds me of, sorry, this is, really terrible, really, not terrible, but, like, it's not that good. If you've ever played Minecraft Story Mode, you probably know that that game's known for being, pretty cringy. But, if you remember, like, halfway through Season 1, after you defeat, like, the command block wither, I guess, you get this enchanted fire that allows you to go to different worlds, and it sort of has a blue fire thing. Hold on. Now where were we? Sorry. Had to do something real quick. Anyways, I was talking about Minecraft Story Mode, enchanted fire. Okay. So the main character Jesse finds this enchanted flint and steel, right? And when he lights it, it creates this blue fire. So that's actually a thing now in 1.16, and gotta say, pretty underwhelming. I mean, like, it's cool that there's a new fire type and there's like a new torch and a new lantern. I mean, that's pretty amazing, right? Like, oh my god, it's blue now. But, you know, it's whatever. But I guess it's really interesting how they're trying to implement new things to the game. Like Netherite, for example. You're telling me there's something that's better than Diamond? Yes, but you still need diamonds to make it. Netherite tools, Netherite armor, it's whatever. I mean, it's like, it's better than Diamond, but it's gonna take you a while to get it. And, so yeah, it's fine. What would be really cool is 1.17 is actually, like, introduces, like, a new dimension. So you know the Aether, right? What if there was something like that, but not like created it in that way? What if we use, like, the new basalt? I don't know really how to pronounce it. BACALT. I'm just gonna call it basalt. What if we, like, utilized the new basalt block, and, like, or the crying obsidian, actually, and it but the portal to this new dimension can only be accessed in the Nether for some reason. So you're gonna need to go to the Nether before you actually are able to travel to this new dimension. So it's kind of like you're now dimension hopping, I guess. And I don't know, I think it would be really cool. So, what would this new dimension be? I guess. Probably like the Aether. I mean, like, I kind of like the concept of it being in the sky and everything around you is like blue, like just a bright blue sky, never-ending expanse. But I think what would be cool is if it sort of had this like ruin design, sort of similar to let's see, strongholds, I guess. But it's like, it's instead of like made of stone bricks and all those dark and gray blocks, what if it was like made of quartz? Like what if there was like cracked quartz, or like, I don't know, something like that. It would be cool. Also, like bright yellow trees that are just like, that have gray bark, similar to like acacia trees, but like they have yellow wood. Like not just like slightly yellow, but it still looks like normal wood. No, but like bright yellow wood, like sort of golden bark or something like that. That would be cool. But yeah. What I'm planning to do this month, actually, I want to do another episode of this potato podcast. Definitely, but some other things. It's actually very close to almost being April, and like 420, bro. It's gonna be like 420 for a month. Yeah, whatever. But it's also that time to rewatch one of my favorite animes of all time, Your Lie in April. I also recommend that anime. If you're a beginner and want to start watching anime, I recommend that one. It's pretty sad, but it's a good anime. But yeah, I'm planning on doing episodes of that, like doing analysis and hopefully trying to sing, or maybe even play on the piano. That would be cool. So anyways, I guess that's it for this episode of the podcast. Please like and comment if you want to see more of this, because I enjoy it. I like talking and just saying whatever's on my mind. But anyways, this is it for today for me, folks, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.